tee up.
Why you going out there bouncing?
Because everybody gonna die.
Yeah, like I hit, but who?
Everybody gonna die.
Why you bouncing for?
Listen, everybody gonna die.
You bouncing your ass.
They said the war in Chicago's streets was cooling down. They said the bloodshed had slowed. But on the night of May 10th, 2025, that illusion was shattered in a storm of bullets and flame. Two names, Durk and Youngin, were added to the endless list of fallen soldiers in the drill rap battleground. But their deaths weren't random. They weren't just another headline. This story runs deep back to King Von, to FBG Duck, to a cycle of revenge that began more than a decade ago and shows no signs of stopping. This is the chilling story of how two rising drill artists were gunned down miles from home and how their deaths may be part of a blood feud tied to the very roots of modern rap warfare. At exactly 1:20 a.m. on May 10th, Chicago's Edgewater neighborhood was rocked by gunfire. A stolen Infiniti Q50 rolled up to the 6300 block of North Broadway. Inside, masked shooters armed and ready. Outside, Durk and Youngin, both repping O Block, both unaware they were walking straight into a setup. By the time the car sped off, two men lay dying on the sidewalk. A third, a 36-year-old bystander, was hit in the back but survived. The shooters ditched the car in the far south side. Then they torched it, burning every trace of evidence they could. Police say the method was textbook calculated, professional, brutal. This was no random act. This was an execution. Durk, real name Omar Cunningham, wasn't just another drill rapper. He was a storyteller, a survivor, a soldier in one of the most dangerous rap movements in America. His debut single 12 AM had started catching steam in the underground, especially among fans of King Von. That wasn't a coincidence. Durk wasn't just influenced by Von, he was family in spirit. He called Von brother. They came up together, repping the same block, dodging the same bullets. But Durk's life took a dramatic turn. Before his death, he'd just become a father. His child's mother, Fat Banks, the former partner of Thang, Lil Durk's late brother. That link alone set off alarms. In the web of Chicago's gang world, relationships matter. Every tie is a thread that could connect you to a target. Youngin, also known as Youngin from Jets, was cut from the same cloth. His lyrics weren't just bars, they were memoirs from the battlefield. Raw, emotional, unfiltered. His fanbase was growing fast. Some called him the voice of the new O Block. But his rise was cut short. The same way it was for Von, for Duck, for so many others. News of the murders hit social media like a bomb. Tributes flooded in. Accounts like it No Jumper and at gang hits broke the story. Fans were in disbelief. But within O Block, there was no shock, just silence, grief, familiar pain. Fat Banks posted on Instagram, "You was the light to my darkness. I love you so much, baby. You know that I showed you that. And you know I was 10 toes no matter the situation." The post went viral because behind the ops, the guns, the street politics, there were families, kids, mothers, people who loved the ones now lying in cold steel coffins. The streets were buzzing. Who did it? Why? One name came up more than any other: Tocqueville, the longtime rival of O Block, home to the late FBG Duck, who was gunned down in 2020 in Chicago's upscale Gold Coast. 6 O Block affiliates were convicted in his murder. In early 2024, the theory goes like this: the deaths of Durk and Youngin were get back, retribution for Duck, a hit carried out by those loyal to his name. And it wasn't just whispers. A Reddit clip emerged showing someone from TWW allegedly to Tocqueville mocking the dead, saying, "Beans and baloney. I put their act up there on folks. Disrespect like that isn't random. In gang culture, it's a message. And that message was clear. You hit ours, we hit yours. Then came the wild card, 607 Unk. A street figure known for raw, no-filter videos. 607 Unk posted a chilling prediction that more hits were coming. He specifically named members of the Only the Family collective, the crew closely tied to Lil Durk.
Yeah.
Why you doing all this?
Everybody gonna die.
Yeah, like I hear, but who?
Everybody.
Why you bouncing?
Listen,
for?
everybody gonna die.
You bouncing your ass?
He hinted that Muna Duke's ties to Durk's family may have played a role. That added a dangerous twist. Was this bigger than a gang rivalry? Was it now about OTF itself? You can't talk about Muna Duke or Youngin without talking about King Von. He died in 2020 after an altercation outside an Atlanta nightclub. The shooter, Lul Tim, affiliated with Quando Romno, who signed to NBA YoungBoy's label. Vin's death was ground zero. His murder didn't just change O Block. It fractured hip-hop. Muna Duke was with Vin's crew. Youngin carried Vin's message. When they died, many saw it as more fallout from Vin's murder. Some even suggested NBA YoungBoy was involved in putting money on their heads. But here's the truth. There's no evidence of that. No link tying NBA YoungBoy to this hit. Still, the rumors won't stop. Before Vin's death, he and NBA YoungBoy were in a Cold War. There were diss lyrics, women caught in the middle. Von even went on IG Live in 2018, calling YoungBoy's raps fugazi. But a day before he died, Von claimed they had no real beef. That didn't stop YoungBoy from dropping subtle disses after the murder. His infamous quote, "It take a man to kill somebody. Fighting don't make you no man." Many fans saw that as a shot at Von, who died after a fistfight escalated to gunfire. Then came the bombshell track, Bring the Hook. O Block pack get rolled up. Murder what they told us. Atlanta boy get fold up. The O Block response was swift. Durk posted his own subliminals. The beef went nuclear. Here's where things get murky. Fans want to tie every death together. But the truth is, Muna Duke and Youngin were most likely killed by local ops. A stolen car, a classic Chicago hit, a burning vehicle. This wasn't the work of a national rap beef, it was a turf war. O Block versus Toccovo, simple, brutal, ongoing. Within O Block itself, things aren't so clear-cut. There's a younger crew rising, known as TSG turned Savage Gang. Members like Nook, Zonny, Buckmuna. Some say they've split off from older OGs. Some even speculate internal beefs are causing fractures. Could someone from inside O Block have leaked Muna Duke or Youngin's location? Maybe, but no proof yet. Another theory connects all of this to Lil Durk's ongoing murder for hire investigation. Remember, Muna Duke had a child with Theng's former partner. That's personal. That's messy. Some fans say Duke knew too much, or that he was a liability. But again, no public evidence ties his death to Durk's case. That investigation centers around a 2020 murder in Los Angeles, not Chicago. Not everyone is focused on revenge. J Hood, another former O Block member, has used his YouTube platform to speak out. He hasn't publicly commented on Muna Duke or Youngin's deaths, but his stance is clear. This life leads to one of two things: prison or a casket. Other community leaders, like those from Project HOOD, are working day and night to change the narrative. As of the latest reports, no arrests have been made. The Infinity Q50 used in the hit was found torched. Surveillance footage is being reviewed. Police believe it was gang-related, tied to either Toccovo or Smashville. But the no-snitching code in Chicago makes this case tough. The shooters knew what they were doing. The car was burned for a reason. they've likely vanished into the wind. Edgewater's shooting stats have spiked. In 2023, 2 non-fatal shootings. In 2024, 6 shootings, 1 death. In 2025, as of May, 9 shot, 3 dead including Durk and Youngin. That's a worrying trend. Meanwhile, in Woodlawn, home to block violence had actually been down 50% over 10 years. Groups like Project HOOD renamed O-Block to Opportunity Block to change the image. But it only takes 1 shooting to undo years of progress. Chapter 14, The Legacy of O-Block. You can't talk about this without talking about history. O-Block is named after O.D. Perry, ABD member killed in 2011 allegedly by Gakira Barnes, a teenage assassin from the GDs. The cycle never stopped. Gakira was murdered in 2014, then FBG Duck in 2020, then King Von, now Durk and Youngin. O-Block's legacy is not just music. It's blood, concrete, murals of the dead, the drill. Scene will mourn. Fans will stream their music. Families will bury their sons. But unless something changes, this won't stop. As long as revenge is valued more than resolution, as long as clout means more than community, young men will keep dying. Durk and Youngin are not just names on a list. They were voices, dreams, fathers, sons, brothers. Their murders didn't just silence to artists. They echoed through every hallway in O-Block, through every verse in drill music, through every siren screaming down the Chicago streets. And the question still hangs in the air. Who's next?